How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and today it is May 15th, 2019. And of course, I figured that it was appropriate to make two videos for today because of all the different events that have been happening. And what better crypto to focus on than our friend Holochain? And of course, it's interesting to see the mixed reaction from the cryptocurrency community that we've been seeing happening with the recent breakout of Bitcoin being able to manage itself at that $8,000 range. And I'm sure that there's plenty of people who are feeling plenty nostalgic for back in the day when we were seeing only a few weeks ago the Bitcoin price at 3,000. And now I suppose that it's important to have the discussion that a lot of people have been awaiting. Are those days long gone, or can we expect to see a retracement? And a lot of those different topics and more, of course. So I mean, this article right here definitely does speak to some of that. So why exactly is Bitcoin spiking exactly? And Bitcoin has been working tirelessly since early 2019. The currency fell from its all-time high of nearly 20,000 in January of last year and has since witnessed roughly 15 months of either little or no gains. Though there has been a few spurts at the here and there, Bitcoin has mostly remained in the red, officially dropping down to 3,500 in November following a controversial Bitcoin Cash hard fork, which we all remember. However, in April of 2019, the currency began swelling like it did in 2017. Nobody really seems to know why, but many standard everyday traders don't seem to care. They figure so long as Bitcoin continues to rise, they're in for a solid money-making game. The currency rose to 5,000 during the first week of last April, but has since shot up additional 3,000 and is now trading at the $8,000 range. And I think that there's a lot of people who are feeling the cryptocurrency fever right now. And of course, I'm definitely in on that. Pretty excited. The fact that, we've been able to accumulate all this time up until now definitely does have a feeling of payoff. Holochain price analysis. Holo's bullish path. You can't afford to miss. So Holochain business is to boost in businesses application creation. The 2019 prediction goes with 0.01 USD target. So Holo is one of the least talked about coins in the market, but recently there were a few stories of Holochain reportedly building more infrastructure with an aim to develop business applications. Many developers from the cloud hosting market have reportedly made agreements with Nextblock Group, an investment platform, and these associations are expected to bring more business to Holochain in terms of commercial and enterprise application. The Nextblock Group has a unique market positioning. I think that it is interesting to look at this sort of stuff. Holo is ranked 42, and just thinking about where we're actually going to be going in a world that goes beyond blockchain, and I think that peer-to-peer versatile solutions. I think that when we look at realistically where the internet is developing from here on moving forward, especially in the context of these recent developments we've been seeing. I mean, with the $8,000 Bitcoin now, and of course, with a lot of these different things, it's really no surprise to see that Holochain has been coming in among the top performers. A lot of people who've been just coming back into the cryptocurrency space, I'm sure, have been giving a lot of feedback and researching a lot of these different things that are integral to the advancement of the space. And I think that it definitely is pretty exciting to see, and I think over the next few months we'll see a lot of this stuff get fleshed out. And of course there is a lot of potential in the air for a lot of these different things. And BitHub resumes service. This is also interesting article right here. Ryan full request for XRP affiliate sale and more. Definitely pretty interesting stuff happening, and I'm excited to see how Holochain is going to be faring up. And I think as things continue to move forward, we've got to talk about use cases. We have to talk about the future of how Holochain is going to be flexing its muscles in the next half of 2019. And it's amazing how quickly the year goes by. I mean, we're already looking at the next half of the year, and I think that it's been an interesting time for cryptocurrency. And so far it's interesting to see how much Bitcoin and all the others have actually gone up since the beginning of 2019, which of course does say a lot about the potential that could be in the future. So Holochain digital network, which provides peer-to-peer networking for agent-centric agreements. The platform is decentralized and maintains complete anonymity of the users. The Holo ecosystem relies on hosts providing processing and storage for distributed applications. The technology used by Holo empowers every device to work independently and requires only data synchronization from time to time. Recently, Holo has taken internal feedback and awareness, which has prompted the coin to install new updates. So I think that all in all, we can expect to see some pretty interesting things from this side of the cryptocurrency space. In particular, Holochain, what they've done up until this point, I think is pretty unprecedented. We made a video earlier today about Digibyte, so you guys should definitely go and check that out as well. And overall, I think that this is a pretty good video. Pretty good opportunity to talk about a lot of the different things that have been developing in the cryptocurrency space. And of course, Bitcoin now, with all the different things that we've been seeing happening, involving China, global events, essentially, Bitcoin, and of course it's digital, competitors and so forth, really sort of knocking on the door of a lot of familiar power structures that I'm sure are definitely got Bitcoin and so forth on its radar. Whenever these things start to seem to come back into style, TV Shark dismisses Bitcoin as worthless based on unsuccessful real estate deal. This is pretty funny as well. Bringing in our friend here, the normal. A normal day discussion Bitcoin on CNBC's Squawk Box. Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary has been dialing up the FUD, calling Bitcoin garbage on CNBC's Squawk Box. He felt the need to interject his comments during a segment discussing potential reasons why Bitcoin recent rally. It is interesting to see a lot of these different big influencers have been voicing their opinions. And whether it's good or bad, I think it just all sort of amounts to getting people talking about cryptocurrency, which it doesn't always have to be a good opinion. We see stuff coming from Warren Buffett or JP Morgan, and once it's on their mind, they can't help but basically involve themselves to some degree. In the last couple of days, HOTBTC chart dropped out of the the channel, penetrating the support of 19 stats. So, it is interesting to see. I'm not going to read this whole article right here, but I think, it is interesting just to pop it up on the screen. And I think, the future is goes well beyond blockchain. And I think when we talk about something like Holochain, it is a look into how the space will be developing in the long term. And you look at, a single Holochain, a hot goes for it's so undervalued right now. It's actually amazing to see how undervalued a lot of these cryptos are. So I'll actually be including Holochain in a list that I'm going to be making in the future. Top cryptos under a penny, which I think Holochain is deservedly placing among that list. And of course, it is interesting to see how Ravencoin and the trends that have been developing, 0x, among them, the various different cryptocurrencies that have been able to really flex their muscles. And all that being said, though, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure that you guys connect with us on Twitter That's at CryptoTuber. As always, of course, remember this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Obviously, this video is not financial advice or anything like that. I'm not your dad. But all that being said, I mean, I am pretty excited to see, all the different signs that we've been seeing in the space, and of course, what we can expect to see from projects like Holochain, moving forward into the future. It's definitely a bright look into the potential that cryptocurrency has. But that's all for now. Definitely stay tuned for a live stream that we'll be doing in the future. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.